Alright guys, so this is number 2, how to identify market structure. Let's get right into it. So I switched charts, USD JPY. So if you guys want to switch over to USD JPY and follow along, go do that. But what is market structure and how to identify it? Or how do I identify it and how do I use it as to profit? So this right here, boom. So first things first, if you look at the top here, this is called the time frames. You can see the monthly, the weekly, 2 days, 1 day, 16 hours, 8 hours, all the way to 1 minute. And what that means is, since I'm on the 1 month, every candle is 1 month worth of data. So because of that, and you guys will get the hang of what I'm gonna tell you the more you're on this chart, is if you go all the way over here where my arrow is, and if you look down to where the time is, this is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, April, you know, if you see the 20, that's back in 2020, year 2020, as you can see, 2021, 2022. And so that means we have to look at the current price, which is in 2024. One thing that I used to do that I kind of got mistaken, or it took a little longer to identify what is market structure, is going too far back in the past while I'm on the monthly, because I'm getting stuck on what it's doing, but this is back in the past. What is it doing right currently? So currently it looks like it's selling, or it's buying, I mean. And one thing that I always do is do my higher highs and higher lows. So what is that, you may say? It's identifying, let's start from this low right here. I already got it marked. All the stuff that we see, this is a low point. If we're starting here, this is a low point, right? So I'm gonna grab my highlighter. You can grab yours on the left hand side, and you can go right here. It'll probably show a brush, but you can click the arrow and then you can find a bunch more stuff. These are all shapes and tools to help you draw on your chart. It makes things, it's a lightened day. It's the reason why, it's not the only reason why I'm where I'm at with my skills, but it has a huge part because I'm able to see things creatively, and it helps my brain understand, and it works. So you don't break what's not, don't fix what's not broken. So highlighter right here, click that, boom. So this right here will be a low point, right? Okay, the next right here, the next high point right here. So we're gonna call that a high. So let's get the handy dandy text tool. I'm gonna add a template, low. All right, so we got low. I'm gonna mark this with high. All right, different. High, right? Next is a higher low, right? And I'm gonna explain more on a higher low soon. But right here, once it had the high point, it came down, made a low, made another low. It's not this low, but it's another low, and what we call this is a higher low because it's higher than this low, right? So I'm gonna put this here, higher low. I got all colors, huh? Higher low, right? What do you think is gonna happen next? Correct. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher high. All right, I literally have different designs for every word. That's hilarious. As you can see, you can get playful, and I've been trading for 3+ years. 3+ years now, and I know in my earlier stages I was definitely having fun, making sure it looks cute and stuff. So yeah, it's just funny. So low, high, higher low, higher high, right? Now we kind of have a bias, a more no, not even a bias yet. I do, but you guys maybe not. If you do, that's really good that you can kind of see, like, oh, okay, I see a pattern. I see a pattern now, and now the question is, what is it doing right now? So if you didn't know, the dotted line right here is where the price is right now. On the right hand side is the price. That'll be in another module. I don't have to explain everything on here. I'm gonna keep it straight to market structure. But right now, boom, it looks like, you know, it's selling right now, but then it could look like it's buying, right? So without even getting confused or anything, just know this structure, right? Let's just continue to look at the structure. Let's go to the weekly now. So as you can see, it looks different, right? It looks different. So right now, this is gonna be interesting, guys. The journey of teaching, and I want to be transparent through it all, because you guys are gonna see me a year from now. I'm not gonna be like this, so I want to be transparent in the moments. But I believe you guys are smart. I'm not going to limit you from learning something if you might not understand it now. You can learn it later. So right here, y'all, is a perfect example or a perfect way to identify. We're on number 2 right now. How to identify it. So a tool that helped me in my career is called the Fibonacci retracement. Fib retracement. Full word Fibonacci, but even the website made the nickname here because they didn't want to say the whole thing. But it's right here. Click that. So what this is going to do, let me put this on first. I'm going to get this low point here and put it to the high point. Low, put it to the high point. Yours may not look like this, but fear no more. What you're going to do is copy. You're going to copy this. So if you want to take a screenshot, pictures, videos, whatever you want to do, copy this. If you like how mine's look, and I'm going to tell you what it does for me. So that's that right there. Just make sure that is the same. Cool. So basically what this tells you is, it basically tells you, based on this this structure, we have low, high, higher, low, higher, high. What would be the next thing that we see? Another higher low, right? Another higher low, because the pattern is low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and that's the structure. That's what will keep on happening. That's structure. And once we're on the lower time frame, you can see there's a lot more candles, but we're on the weekly right now. So with what's helping me right now as we speak determine what's going on and what's going to happen, aka market structure, is this Fibonacci is letting me know, okay, this black line is 50%, is the 50% level, and it technically qualifies the chart to be now eligible to make its run to the higher high area. Right now it's selling down, right? And somebody could be like, but couldn't it just sell all the way down right here? Well, no, it has to have a reason to, because as much as of an arcade it looks, this chart, the banks and things like that are actually the ones that have more power to move the market the way they want to, because they have more money. They have more influence on this this operation, because they have a lot of money to be moving around. So because of our amounts of money that we're, us retail traders, us traders that's, you know, just not as much, don't have as much, hundreds of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars just thrown in the market just yet. You know what I mean? So we don't move anything. So they have a pattern that they trade with, and it's been historically proven. So based on that fact and based on what's showing up right now and things like that. These, I forgot where I was going with that, but the 50% line is qualifying it for to go back up. It's right now retracing, but once it hits 50%, then it's like, okay, it can now be on its way to the upside at any point. But then this right here, this green line is the 71% line. That just means it's even more ready to go to the upside. And if it gets all the way to the purple, that's just a strong area of interest to be getting into a trade. If you're gonna buy, you want to buy at the lower points and ride the wave all the way up. You know what I mean? You don't want to like buy right around here. You know, like if you can get a better entry all the way from down here. So this Fibonacci allows you to see how much of it gonna sell before it buys up. Or if you didn't put the Fibonacci correctly on to the proper structure that it's following, then it could just disregard this whole Fibonacci. But you don't ever want to get too attached to your bias, because every day it changes. So you could think one way, but then the market is going to show you something, and then you need to be responsible and aware enough to know and be okay to switch your bias. You're not loyal to one bias. You're getting shown something, you're reacting, or you're predicting. You're not reacting. That's one thing that my mentor told me. You predict the charts. You don't react to the charts. You know what I mean? So, boom. Right now, let's go to the daily, right? And if you see custom intervals, it's because I pay a higher package on this platform to see all the way to the 1 minute. Because as you can see, there's a lot of candles, right? This is why I'm teaching you guys market structure from a higher standpoint, because once you guys understand it from a higher standpoint, the 1 minute is a different monster. I'm not even gonna show you guys. I showed you guys that, so now you're aware that there's a lot more candles. But even on the 5 minute, it's just a lot more. Even on the 4 hour, like this is the daily, this is the weekly. You see the view that we're getting. It's peaceful. It's calm. It's not messy. It's nothing. It's smooth. You know, you can see. But once you go on a 2 hour, look at a lot more. You see, it's a different view because all these candles are now 2 hours worth of data. Delete these. So let's go get back on track. Would we 14 minutes in? Okay, that's not bad. So boom, let's go to the daily. Let's see what's happening right now. So what I like to do is refine. I'm refining my market structure. So one thing that you guys are gonna, I need you guys to jot down or anything, is there's always market structure within market structure, right? There's always market structure within market structure. So what that means is kind of like a box. You know that little, you know, the present, the gift box. There's like a big one, right? You open that, the top of it. There's another present box in there, right? You open that one up. You grab it. There's another box, you know, and then there's a small box and there's a ring. Like, you know, those videos or visuals and stuff like that. Similar to this, right? So we're on the monthly right now, and now we're on a weekly. And as you can see, there's structure that we're following, right? High, higher, low, higher, high. So far, it seems like this is the higher low. So if I was to do this, alrighty, disregard that. Let's copy this. So I'm doing control and I'm dragging it. I think you have to select it first. Yep. So look at, do you guys see the pattern now? Right? This is now what it seems like to be the new higher low. And I'm only saying this because of experience and seeing that if this is weeks, every candlestick is weeks, then that means we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 5 weeks in of this currency just operating, right? So just knowing what the chart does, I'm giving you guys advanced tips, right? It's buying right now because there's strong movements and it's a long time. You have to realize, like I said, we're on the weekly, so this is a month and a week, so 6 weeks or 5 weeks of it buying up. So even if it has this long push down, well, guess what? Right now, where we're at right now, it's showing more buying, and that means it might be on its way up, right? And that's why I mean how you could predict with this Fibonacci, because even with the Fibonacci, it passed this 50% level. So like I said, now it's like a green light for it now to go back up, and we're catching it before it is already up. You know what I mean? So let's go to the weekly, right? Let's go to the daily, I meant, right? And let's do what I gave the example of the present box example of. There's a gift box, you open the top, you take it out, there's another one, you open the top, take out the other one. Watch this. So get the highlighter. So this is what we did as the higher low, and because it was on the weekly, it's placed right here because on the weekly or the monthly, okay? Or we just were sloppy and then put it on it. Being thorough, you guys being thorough as you're learning this, and what I mean by thorough is actually putting the highlighter on the wick, not like how I just did. It was like this, right? But actually being on the wick would just help you. It just will help you more than it wouldn't help you, because you're more thorough, you're more sharp, and that's how I operated while being mentored, and it's everything, you know. So I'm gonna hold y'all to the same standards. But boom, let's go. So low right here, boom, let's get our highlighter. And also to the left, stay in drawing mode right here. If you click that, you'll stay in drawing mode. You don't always have to like re-click something. You'll always, like, as long as you click something, you can just like add a bunch of text instead of like, watch, text, I gotta click this again, text, right? I can't multiple. So boom, this right here, just so you can keep putting highlighters. So the chart went up, right? Made a high, right? And then came down. So I'm gonna put this as a high, because, and I want you guys to remember this higher low, right? I'm gonna put this right here, but what I'm gonna do is get this out the picture, right? I'm gonna put a text right here. It's gonna be low, low. We're gonna do high, right? And then we're going to do, before we do that text, it pushed down here, and now this is the lowest area, the right before it pushed up high, right? Right here, oh, that's not the text, that's the new low right there, guys. But what did we put here? Higher low, because it's a higher low point. It's low, it's on the lower side of things, because that's like on the higher side of things. But this is a low, right? And then it pushed up, and it's still pushing up, right? And this before was a high point, but now it's higher than that. So see what I need to do is go on an already done chart. We're looking at, and this is a good lesson though, because I'm showing you guys how to identify market structure, but I'm doing it on a live. Like, look, this is literally what the chart is doing as we speak. So not only is market structure really well and really good to learn, but it's even better when you're doing it on what's happening right now. I could have easily went all the way down here to, let's see the date. Look at, right, if you look down here, Monday, June 17th, 2019. Right there. So this is in 2019. I could have shown you guys market structure from this area right here. Look, I already got some marked. Well, we can go from there right here. What is this right here? High. Yup, high right here. Right? Next, with this blue marker. Low. Right? This right here. What is this? This is different. Oh shoot. Let's not even do that, because you see it changed up. It changed up. So that's not even a good one to do. But we could do it off of the mere strength of this right here. High. So what we want to do is high, low. This is it pushed up before pushing down, and this is where it stopped. So this is another point right here. Let's put this right here, and this is still going with the example of the presence, right? I'm just doing it on a different area, because like I said, I'm doing it where it's currently at right now. So I'm kind of like, I'm predicting it. I'm about to be ahead of it. If you already know where it's going, you want to ride the wave with it, and that's how you learn how to profit. That's how I'm gonna say how to use it to profit. That's on the next video, but I'm kind of already getting there. If you're really tapped in, right? So we can go back over here, right? By the way I'm navigating and stuff like that, how you navigate like me, this right hand side is how you make it, the chart, like more vertically looking appealing, and then when you scroll you can make it horizontally as appealing as you want, if you like looking at the chart like this. And I'm not gonna lie, look how you have the chart makes a huge difference. I'm out here scrolling really quick and stuff, or like navigating the charts really quick and easy. That's because I've taken the time to learn it, and it's been a game changer, because you need to read the chart. So if you don't look like how it looks, a quick way is to go right click and then reset chart view, and now it's more clean and structured. And yeah, so just so y'all can keep up with me. So boom, we're back here. So what is this? High, low. What is this? It's a lower high. Lower high. Boom. So next, and the reason why is because we're starting at high. It pushes down, low, pushes up, stops right here. So this is a high point, but it's lower than this high. Boom, lower high. Now pushes down, right? And we want to make sure whatever we're going to identify, it has to be lower than this low to make it a lower low, you know? So this right here, and this is what I mean by thorough. You can zoom in right here. You can even put a line. You know, I got a horizontal line that I could use to just do like this. And if you really look at it, it is lower than this. So if we really want it to be thorough, like I say, has helped me through my career. This is your new low, right? This is your lower low right here. So let's put this lower low. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this concept, if you take the time to study it and get good at identifying higher highs, higher lows, and lower highs and lower lows, hey, you'll be experiencing the feelings that I'll be experiencing, knowing that I know how to trade and I can make money literally anywhere. You just have to put the time to learn, just like anything. But this is the hardest way to make the easiest money of all time. So, and I'm a strong believer of that. So yeah, lower high, right? Let's go down, pushes down, pushes down. Okay, this is a low area, right? Right? But I mean, it still went down. And it still went down. So we could have it be like this. For example, what I'm saying here is lower high, right? We could put this as a lower low, right? And then we could put this as a lower high, right? And keep that going on, right? But since this is already showing us what has happened, like I said, like one thing is the bias that you guys create. It's like, just know the market, the chart is always right. So it's kind of like you have to relearn it. Not based on your strict bias, but based on what it's showing. So what I'm getting to is, okay, instead of putting this as another low and this as another lower high, let's just go all the way down to the lowest point, right? And just put this as a lower low and pushed all the way up to here and then came back down. But we can just do this as a lower high. Let's get this out of here. Bring this back over here. And technically, this is kind of almost close to being. Let's get my trend line out. Oh, did I not favorite trend line? Alt T, yeah. Okay. This right here is almost what you call equal high. It's two high points that were at the same level, the same price. There's two wicks, little black lines, you know. Yeah, that would be called an equal high. Equal highs, as you can see, I like to have, maybe it's kind of low or kind of small for you guys to see, but equal highs. You know what I mean? So because it's not that, we're gonna keep it lower high. And if you guys can see the pattern, but it changes, right? It changes to it changes to smaller patterns within the bigger patterns, or the structure. It turns into smaller structures, for example. And I can't assume that you guys know, so I'm gonna explain to the fine core. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, this one kind of was over this, so I would do something like this, right? Just follow the highlighter. I'll explain later. Boom, right here, right? Boom. And this is literally what we're doing currently right here. So let's go back. And so let's just put things in perspective, right? So we see our high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, push all the way down to lower low, lower high. But guess what though? This ain't a lower low. This is a lower high, but lower low. But this is of this little series of patterns, right? Basically what I'm saying is that gift box of more structures, there's structures within structures, right? So that's one thing to be mindful of. Don't overthink right now anything that isn't shared with you. If you have questions, definitely write it down and let me know, because market structure can go into deep levels, right? And that's what I'm gonna get into, but I want to leave this into making you aware of, and that's why we had this, what even is market structure and how do you identify it. So you're seeing how to identify it. And what I'm gonna leave you guys off with is a exercise. If you want extra credit and you want to learn faster, what I'm gonna have you do is go find any random forex pair, because we do forex. Anything, you can find anything, and you'll realize there's a lot of different currencies that you didn't know about, or you're just getting aware of oh, it has a chart that I can now read it. You know what I mean? Like, let's do Euro, British pound. I don't think I ever come here, right? And what you're gonna do, and it's funny because I probably have it. Yeah, I have it right here. Back when I used to study this what I'm about to show you, it's already on here. I don't ever go on this pair, so I probably went to a clean pair that I'm not gonna go on, and just kind of chart up and doodle, have fun, put music on and do it, and like do this for 10-20 minutes minimum, 30 minutes, or don't work without a clock, or don't work with a time. Just do it until you feel me, you have to leave or have to go somewhere. But let's go clear this off, right? So on the monthly, right, I say start at the monthly and find structure that you can just clearly see. Oh, there's a high, there's a low, there's a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, or the other way around, a low, a high, a lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. It's like a step, it's like stairs. If you can see that anywhere, you can go all the way back here. It does not matter. Structure, market structure is a historical thing, and this is why, look, this is 92. They have data of this pair, of this currency, since 1975. If you look on the bottom, it says January 1st, 1975. They have data on how these two pairs were doing. So I'm saying this is a skill that's been going on. This is nothing that we're just inventing and finding out. Well, now we're just finding out, but we're not the inventors. They had it way harder. They didn't have just a click of a button to do it. They had to actually, like, the people that traded and stuff back in the 1975s and before internet, it was way different. But my point is the credibility that others, the outside, won't know about. If they're not studying and taking the time to learn this stuff, they're not even going to know about this information and how credible this industry is. Because people think it's a scam. The reputation is not as well. But the ones that know, they know. And they're quiet. Traders are quiet because it's like, who I got to impress? I know that this thing is a real thing. And it can really make a lot of money. So I'm going to sit here with my my handy dandy listening skills and studying skills and learn this skill without having to bother anybody. So let's get back to the main topic. So right here, I can see something right here. Let's grab my highlighter. This is a high point. Let's start at this high point. And let's get a low point right here. Oops, wrong tool. Boom. Right? Boom for the next high. I'm looking at what is lower than the previous low. I'm putting that down. And then it has to be what is lower than the previous high. Right? And you can start to see once you put the highlighters in place. Let's stop there, because as you can see, things start to change and structures can change. That's how you know. Like, there's a way how to see structure change. And actually, I'm gonna write some things down, because yeah. Yeah, yeah. As I'm thinking, I'm getting ideas for more modules that I'm going to be adding. Hang in there tight with me. That's why questions are gonna be very big right now, as I'm developing more and more of the modules. Right, as I'm doing it, I'm seeing, I'm gonna add this to the repertoire. So all questions are gonna be big. One thing that took me to the next level is utilizing my mentor, and he was open and willing and able to be there for me after hours, type of thing. Not in the morning or on live sessions, like say 6 p.m. I got a question. Okay, he might hop on the chart with me and show me things or two based on my question. That is what I want to be able to do to you guys, because it helped me drastically. I give all credits, not all credits, but a lot of credit to Ja, because with the mentorship, I ran with it. It's 50-50, because he mentored a lot of people, helped a lot of people, but they didn't run with it like I ran with it. So I want to offer you know, my service and help the same way he did, because I know what it could do. So you guys have to utilize me with questions. So right here, going back, let's see. High, right? High, low. Low. And what is this? What do you say this is? Yep, lower high. A lower high. And what is this down here? So let's put this right here. What is this? Oh, we had the text box. And what is this right here? We should know this by now. Lower low. Boom. Yes, correct. Lower low. And the cycle continues. Oops. Lower high. Lower low. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that works out. And then one more lower low. Right? So to wrap this this part up, as you can see, it has a structure to it, a little flow to it, right? And since this is already done, we're just kind of looking at it from the past. Like, we're not currently predicting it. It's already predicted. It's already here. Like, it's already done. Like, the price went to this area, came back, did all these things. But the next part is doing it while it's live. Like, imagine right here. So this is called the replay button. You can actually backtest, is what they call it, and go back in time and let it play out. Let the chart play out like it was happening live again. So if you knew what structure was, right, and how to the next module, how to profit off of it, you will, because my brain is instantly going now to literally how do you profit off of it. But what I'm sharing with you is just module, the first part, the first section, right? And so I'm trying to keep it for the second part. I'm definitely gonna keep it for the second part. But let's just see what happens if you move forward. Okay, let's go. Let's see what it does. Taking this little sweet time. Okay. Say it already hit that high point, and it's showing signs of selling. You see that red candle, things like that. Let's see. Let's get a little quicker. You know, And I'm literally staring at the next section. I'm staring at how do you profit off of it. I'm staring at it right now. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Click the next video for that. But if you seen it like this, let's just put it like right here, and you had this marked out high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Say you mark that out and you seen this much, right? Your bias will be like, oh, it's on its way to a lower low, right? Because you have market structure. And simply with market structure, you can make money. Just with market structure, you can make money. Now, on how well you make money, how well your probability is of winning trades, that is gonna vary based on your mindset. But you can make money in this market just by understanding market structure. Period. Let's see what it does, right? Say you just seen it right here and you knew what market structure was. And let's say you put your entry in right here, right? Just because. And so this tool is really big. It's called short position. This one is called long position. As you can see, there's a green and red. You can copy my style if you want. I just make sure red, I know it's in the negative and green is in the positive. Once you put stuff on your broker on your phone and actually place a trade, or you can put a trade in on your computer, which is what I do. Sway markets down here. But yeah, so let's say you entered right here, right? Let's go for it. Boom. You're in profit right now. Boom. And it hit that area, and of course we know because we marked it out. But I'm saying you don't know how far. Let's get this tool. This is called a horizontal ray. It's beautiful. It's in here, the second one, and then it's down here, horizontal ray. As you can see, I favored it a lot of things. You can favorite the same thing. Gonbox is going to be one of your #1 tools ever, so get used to that. That's going to be shared in the next video, right? So yeah, so boom. The reason why I grabbed that line is because right after this line, okay, it traded lower. Now it's just following structure. It's doing what it's supposed to do with this type of structure. But you didn't know it was gonna trade this much lower, right? But say you entered in here, this move right here from your entry point right here, so the difference, or in the middle of this, the two colors, is your entry. Or you can look over to the right and see the middle 0.82865 is your price, your entry price. So where you got in. So even if you did this right here, say you put your stop loss somewhere like down here, right? You made 3 times, almost 4 times what you risked. So if you risked $100, you made $400 just off this move. But if you kept it in, yeah, you made almost $1,000 off this move, right? But my point is, you're predicting the structure. You can already kind of see where it's going with this in your mind, right? So now we go back to XAU USD or USD JPY. Let's go back to where it is currently. USD JPY. Jump to real time. What are we doing? Thank you. All right, we're back. So if you go to USD JPY, what we were doing when we first started, and shout out to the ones that's still here, real students of the game. Where were we? Daily. Yeah, look. So we did low, high, higher, low. Now look, this is currently what it's doing. It's doing the same thing that I just said, but it's doing on the buying side. So I'm gonna zoom in and go to this wick right here. Right, I'm gonna put my horizontal ray because this is where the high was. I just moved it. Probably need to make this a little higher or a little bigger. But right, and look, it traded higher than this. So if you were in it beforehand and you already marked this up and you kind of was tracking it, then you could see. But it is currently going higher, and you need to go to the 4 hour to see what it's really doing. If you see the 4 hour, look at this structure, looks even better, right? Look at boom, boom. We could do something like this and this and then this and then this. It could be this, but once again, we're going to see what it does, and that's maturity, is waiting to see what it does before being like, oh yeah, this is the low. Like if you're confused or questioning if this is like really where it's at, the low point, or if this is the low point, or this is the low point it's gonna respect, just wait for it, right? But then that's why you also go to the hour and you start doing even more structure, and there's even more structure, you know, but it doesn't have to be super tedious, especially once you know the grand scheme of where it's going, right? You can just kind of like look at it. But right now, you guys definitely would need to mark all structures just so you can see it on a smaller time frame. But you guys aren't at the smaller time frame yet, so we could just stay from the daily, and hopefully it wasn't not too much. That's why questions are going to be needed to be asked. This is the hardest way to make the easiest money of all time. So yeah, and I see currently what's going on, right, which is a beautiful thing. But like I said, I'm gonna save that for the next. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the exercise right here, and till the next module.